All right, everyone, stop what you're doing because the royal drama just went from Buckingham to Brokingham. Yep, Prince Andrew has officially been de-princed. King Charles didn't just take away his titles. He basically said, pack your crown, mate, and don't forget to turn off the palace Wi-Fi on your way out. I mean, imagine being born in a castle, living rent-free for 20 years, and then suddenly getting a royal eviction notice. That's like being kicked out of your mom's house at 65, and it gets even crazier. Apparently, Andrew and his ex-wife Fergie are now demanding 2 new royal homes in return. 2! One for him, one for her. Because clearly, when life knocks you down, the only reasonable response is, fine, I'll take Frogmore and a side of Adelaide Cottage, please. So buckle up, my global fam, because today on Alvan Global, we're diving into the royal reality show that's somehow real life. Hit that subscribe, smash that like, and let's find out how Prince Andrew managed to go from His Royal Highness to his royal homelessness. Let's get into it. Prince Andrew, the Queen's second son, once called the Party Prince, has been under fire for years over his friendship with convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. The BBC and AP both confirmed that King Charles III finally said, "Enough is enough," and initiated a formal process to strip Andrew of his style, titles, and honors. That means no more Prince Andrew, no more Duke of York, no more fancy Order of the Garter Sash selfies, just plain old Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. Imagine going from a royal title to basically sounding like a law firm, Mountbatten and Windsor, specializing in embarrassment and eviction. And yes, the royal hammer came down hard. According to Buckingham Palace, this move was necessary despite his denials, and they emphasized their sympathy for victims of abuse. Translation: the palace is officially saying, we see the damage and we're cutting ties. Now here's where it gets even spicier. Andrew isn't just losing his titles, he's losing his home. Royal Lodge, that sprawling 30-room mansion in Windsor Great Park where he's been living rent-free for 2 decades, is no longer his royal nest. Apparently, King Charles told him to pack up the corgis and hit the road. But hold up, this is where the Sun comes in. And their version reads like a Netflix royal drama. So, the Sun reports that Andrew and his ex-wife Sarah Ferguson, yes, Fergie, have agreed to leave Royal Lodge, but not without some royal conditions. Brace yourself. They want 2 homes in return. Andrew allegedly asked for Harry and Meghan's old place, Frogmore Cottage, while Fergie wants Adelaide Cottage, right next door. You can't make this stuff up. Even their friends are like, yeah, they're leaving, but they're demanding 2 homes. Because apparently one palace just isn't enough to heal from public humiliation. And get this, both houses are within shouting distance of each other, so even if they split properties, they can still wave from their balconies like awkward neighbors in a royal sitcom. Now here's where things go full Downton Abbey meets Real Housewives of Windsor. Sources told The Sun that Fergie feels she deserves a royal home to see out her years. And apparently, both she and Andrew are under immense strain after losing their Duke and Duchess of York titles. Meanwhile, the BBC paints a very different picture, one of royal accountability and dignity being restored. And AP? They framed it as a rare historic moment, comparing it to 1919, the last time a British royal was stripped of their title. The Sun, pure popcorn. And honestly, the contrast shows how differently the same royal meltdown can look, depending on whether you're reading about it in the palace briefing room or over a pint in a pub. But this story doesn't end here. Oh no, my friends, because the real question is, what happens next? Andrew still has a lease on Royal Lodge until 2078. Yep, another 53 years. But he's apparently broke and can't afford the upkeep. Rumor has it he's been offered a palace in Abu Dhabi by Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed himself. Imagine that, from Windsor to the desert. But Andrew doesn't want to leave the UK because he wants to stay close to his daughters, Princess Beatrice and Eugenie. So is he planning a royal comeback, or will he fade quietly into private life with his copper bathtub and vegan paint at Frogmore Cottage? And that's where we leave our royal saga for today. On the edge of eviction, stripped of titles, and possibly negotiating a 2-cottage deal like it's a real estate reality show. But here's the thing. This isn't just about one prince losing his titles. It's about a monarchy under pressure, modern accountability, and the world watching to see whether privilege still protects power. And you better believe this story isn't over, because if you think this was dramatic, wait until you hear what's next on the Windsor chessboard. So don't go anywhere. Hit subscribe, tap that bell icon, and join me next time right here on Alvan Global, where we break down the world's biggest stories with a side of truth, humor, and a splash of royalty. Stay tuned, because what's coming next might just shake the crown.